Now in this video I'll show you the basic configuration for the super views. Now normally in the previous sessions we discussed there are two types of views which are commonly used, like the root view. If you want to make any changes or assign any specific commands or create any new view, we must log into the root view. And then the CLI views are nothing but the normal views which we are going to create. But the super views are like, here we are not going to define any specific commands. Commands are not configured in this view. But let's say you have created a view with security engineer and routing switching engineer and also maybe some VoIP engineer, some specific commands relating to VoIP. And you want a user 10, and this user 10 should be able to execute all the commands, whatever defined in this views. So I can associate this user with a super view. So I need to create a view with a super view, and then I'm not going to define any specific commands here, but I need to specify that view RNS engineer, associate that, and the view security engineer and the view VoIP engineer. So automatically whatever the commands allowed in these individual views can be grouped and allowed inside the super view. Now configuration wise, it's not a big not a lengthy configuration here. So the first we need to create a view with a parser view with a name called super, any admin, any name you can use, and you have to specify super view. So if I don't specify the view, probably it's going to be treated as a normal view. So whenever you are trying to create any new view, so normally we use a parser view and then we use a name, but if I don't specify, it will become a normal CLI view. So we need to specify it's a super view, and then we are not going to define any specific commands here. So let me just get into the configuration to show you the same thing here. Okay, so I just logged into the privilege level, and again if you want to create a view, you must log into the root view here. So the root view password, I think it's NOA here, and if I say show parser view to verify in my current view, so I'm in the root view, so I'm going to say parser view, we'll give a name as super admin, any name you can use. And then if I just press enter, it becomes a normal view, but I need to specify it's a super view. So once I define it's a super view, now here you cannot specify any commands. We just need to specify the views. So we can configure the password, like the password, let's say super123, and then the views which are already present. So you need to check what are the actual views present, because I think here I do have views created on my router, but maybe just a level 1 engineer is present. So let's verify. There's only L1. Now you can see there are 3 different views which are already present here. So my requirement is I want to associate all these 3 views here, and already I have specified the commands here, so I don't need to do it again. So associate. So maybe you just want to associate only 2 views, then you just define these 2 views. If you want all the 3 views, command should be allowed to access. I think we need to specify view and that. And finally we need to create a user account with a user 10, and the view name should be the view which I created just now, the super admin, and then of course the password, let's say user 10. Now for testing, you can try login to the router, let's say from the router 2 with a username user 10, and if I verify show parser view to check the current view is super admin, now here I can execute all the commands whatever I defined in that. So I can go to the interface, I can make changes to all the interface specific commands. Like if you get back to the previous, we created some views here, so we can use all these commands. Let me try some crypto commands. You can see I'm able to use all the crypto commands, access list commands, as well as I can go to the interface, and I can go to a tunnel interface also. I think this interface is not created, so you can go and create a tunnel interface as well. And also I can try out with the other commands what are defined in the RNS engineer. Like I can use all the commands, I can go to the router mode, and I can make changes in the routing configurations as well. So typically you may want your senior engineers to give access to multiple different level of commands, so you can simply associate those views to the super view, and we can associate that to the admin account.